All right, so hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our first Make Music Day info session. Super excited to have each and every one of you here. My name is Rebecca, the program director here at the Arts Council of Greater New Haven. This is my second year spearheading the event. This is our sixth year, New Haven being a part of Make Music Day New Haven. For those who have not heard, can I just get a raise hand or interaction for those who have heard about Make Music Day already, or for those who have already participated? Great. So you guys aren't new. All right, perfect. So yes, so what Make Music Day is, every summer solstice, June 21st, all day long, we celebrate music and what that is to you and what that is to the artists in which that'll be coming to either your venues or your events. This is an event not so much for opportunities for gigs for artists, but for artists to go back to the reason why they started to begin with. And that can look different from everyone. You might perform in front of College Street Music Hall with your guitar and your amp and microphone, or someone might ignite their porch at their house. We have a lot of people who do that, and artists are able to connect and perform on those porches or in the various places that are activated. So this is a national thing that we do. I went to the national conference in February in New York City and was able to meet with a number of different cities and just brainstorm with them on how they get things going and how they come up with some awesome and unique events. So thank you so much for your interest in participating with Make Music Day this year. And I just wanted to let everyone know what it was. Also, I wanted to take this time to teach you guys how to sign up on the Gemini site. I know a lot of times some people need some assistance with that. And just reiterating the fact that any place or any space can be a venue. I don't want people to think like, oh, I have to go to Cafe 9 or, oh, I have to go to the Schubert Theater. Anywhere, it could be the sidewalk, the libraries, anywhere you want or you deem necessary is somewhere where you can celebrate Make Music Day. I know last year we actually supported, because it's National Skateboard Day that same day as well. So we were able to have the DJ take sounds from the skateboards and incorporate it within his DJ set. So those are just a few things that we have supported. Last year, we also did a TikTok masterclass where we had an ECA student actually come into the space and teach all the trendy dances within TikTok. There's barbershops that have been activated as venues, and artists were able to go into the barbershops and play there as well. So just giving you an idea of the different venues that we do deem as Make Music Day worthy. Is there any questions as far as what Make Music Day is before I move forward as far as the Gemini site? Pretty plain and simple. Like I said, a lot of you have already been a part of that. So after this meeting, Gemini will be up and active and ready for you guys to sign up for your venues. And I'm going to share my screen just so that I can just go over really quickly how you can sign up. So give me 2 seconds so I can share my screen. All right. Don't mind all the tabs that I have open because I have many. I have a few more people coming in. So let me just add those in. And I'm going to go to our site. So this is the Make Music Day New Haven.org website. Pretty simple. As you can see, it is active. So with the site, you'll see right here, this is the countdown. We have 90 days before Make Music Day. So when you get on this site, you're going to hit participate. It's going to scroll you all the way down. So if you are an artist, you will click this link here. And if you are a venue or opening your space for artists to come and perform, you would click this link here. So I'm going to actually go to this link. And here we go. So once you go in here, if you do not have an account, you can create one. I already have an account because I am an admin. So I'm going to log in. Disregard this whole page, that's for admins. But when I go to profiles, you'll see the profile page, new venue and new performer. So when I click new venue, and I'm going to do this for you guys in real time, I have not set up the Arts Council yet. You're going to do the venue name. The Sandbox is our free event space. You will put your website. Venue type. Let's go with, you see it's all different. It's our office building, so. Rain or shine, performances will go on as scheduled because we are indoors. A brief summary of what the Sandbox is can go here. You can tag all your social media platforms here. You can also let people know if it is wheelchair accessible, which we are. Interval. Oh, I gotta, of course, HTTP. Make sure you add that to your website. So then it'll be location. I'll put other because we're in the arts district, kind of downtown. Address. And zip code. This is going to help with the Gemini site for when people do sign up, or even if you're not an artist, you want to go to an actual event, they take the person's location based off their phone and they'll send them targets as to what is happening at those times. We can pick literally anything, which I'll go in here and fix later. What kind of music you're looking for? Do you provide PA and electricity? We provide both. Do you have a piano or no? A notice to performers. Hey, performers, I'm doing 15-minute sets. I'm doing 30-minute sets. I have equipment, etc. And then you can change your availability from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. If it's only a 4-hour slot, you can do that. And then you will say, I'm accepting requests. And then you complete your, just say, ooh, just for the time. Contact information. If anybody has information, they can contact me, register venue. Now your venue is there. So once your venue is there, you're all set. You will receive notifications once you put your venue up as to, artists. This artist wants to, so say you have time frame available from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and there's an artist that wants to perform from 12 to 1. Those artists, when they sign up to be a performer, when they sign up to be a performer, they'll say, oh, this venue looks cool for me. I'm gonna ding them. Then we'll be able to connect the artist with the venue together. Now, if you have your own artists and you have your own order of run of show, and you already contacted artists to say, hey, we have these 3 artists already performing, have those artists still make a profile on here. And then we'll still put them on your schedule, because we are going to use this Gemini site to be able to promote. So here at the Arts Council, we'll have different flyers and we'll be promoting from now until June 21st and beyond all the different events that we see that are listed on the Gemini site that are confirmed. I have a question. Is there a select all for type of music? I believe so. But if not, you can write that in the notes section. All music is available, or all music is accepted for this venue. Thank you for that question. And so that is the Gemini site. Does anyone have questions about the Gemini site and how it works? We're good?
I had a quick question. I noticed, my name is Jeffrey. I work at the Wilson Library. We hosted Make Music Day last 2 years. We had a great time. I know, so if somebody requests an artist, it kind of automatically blocks them out for that chunk of time. So you can't, I don't remember if there's a way that you can still contact the artist so that if the initial request isn't granted, but you might still want to reach out to them. Is there a way to message the artist directly that way?
Absolutely. Yes. So you'll be able to message and then I'll be overseeing it too. So if I see like an artist said, hey, I want to perform at Wilson Library and they weren't able to, you can message, like it's like a chat you'll see between the venue and artists. And it's like, hey, I know you wanted 12 to 1. That's not available, but maybe 2 to 3 is available. Is that okay with you? Oh yeah, no problem. Sure. And then you'll be able to make those connections with the artist. Correct. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate
Yep.
that.
And then, as I said, if you ever have any information or if there's an artist that you see that, hey, I dinged them and I haven't heard from them yet, is there any way that you can connect us? I have no problem doing that as well. Feel free to email me. Can I block out space time for artists that haven't yet created? Absolutely. So we have like Bear Smokehouse, who they have their artists, they have their venue, like they're locked and loaded, ready to go. And they'll go on here and they'll manually put in the artists themselves for there. So if that's something that you have, absolutely, you can do that also. Yeah, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be only the connections. I will say, if you are asking an artist to perform, we pay the artist. But if it is a open, hey, this is a venue, we have a tip jar available, then by all means you can do that as well. But I just want to put that out there that if you're asking someone to do a service or specifically perform, paying our artists is always great. But it shouldn't be. Oh, and then the performances are free. So it shouldn't be a ticketed event where someone has to pay $15 to come and see the artist. That's another not stipulation, but that's another rule that Make Music Day says, because they want the music to be shared across the community and they don't want any barriers as far as people being able to assess the music that we are celebrating. So those are the two things that I just wanted to share. Any more questions? Yes, Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm with the Shops at Yale. We haven't done this before, and we're interested in engaging. We have 3 districts: Whitney, Audubon, Chapel, and Broadway. So I guess I'm curious, historically, is there a certain time of day that groups are engaged? You know, if we were to target a certain time frame?
It's whatever. If you know that you have people that shop more during the hours of 4 to 8, you can do that. If you know there's a lot of people that are up bright and early, you know, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 1, and you know, it's lunchtime, during lunchtime. Those are ideal foot traffic times for those situations compared to, say, the library. You know, there might be various times that the library would do rather than those times where you have the foot traffic of people who shop. So it's entirely up to you.
Okay.
I know that we are planning to do like an after party for the artists and venues here at the Sandbox. So that'll be like more of a late night thing. I know last year Manjares in Westville, they did kind of like an after party happy hour. So I'm gonna see if they can still do that same thing where they had drink specials and a few artists came like towards the tail end of the day, because it is on a Wednesday, I believe. I want to make sure I got the right day. So it is during the week. So a lot of times people do come out like on their lunch breaks or when they get off of work. Yep, it's a Wednesday this year. So.
And before I mute again, one last question. You talked about rain. If you're an outdoor venue, what typically happens in that situation?
So you can either say, so when you've seen it, you can either say if it rains, it'll be canceled, or those stores can say, hey, we're going to bring it inside into our foyer area. Devil's Bike Gear, they last year had it within their actual store. So that's actually, you know, another option. Or if, you know, that week we say, it looks like it's going to rain, you can always reach out to us here at the Sandbox. And then we can have some things going on here. That is our free space here. So those are the two options, but you can definitely make it known that if it rains, this is going to be canceled for the outdoor stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, Peter.
May I be an artist that that roams or plays in different venues
Yes.
uh, with a not a set schedule, let's say, for example?
Yeah, so last year, one artist, I'm like, bless your soul, because I don't know how you did it. They performed in Meriden. I think it was Yanni, right, Jeffrey? I believe she performed in Meriden, she performed at the library, and she performed somewhere else. So she was the traveling artist that day. And our cameraman actually was able to go to Meriden, Derby, Wallingford, and here in New Haven to capture all the different things, because we do service the greater New Haven. So that's entirely up to you. If you want to say, listen, I want the whole day to be about music, and you start from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., you can do what your heart desires. Now, as far as being able to pop up, is dependent on that venue. So when you go on the website, when you see the venues, you can say, hey, is this like an open mic situation? Because you will have some places where it is, where it's like, just come on up, let's vibe out, let's rock out to this music, and you can perform. Some other people might have a run of show where there's specific times and time constraints that they have to oblige by. So that's entirely up to you.
The locations that I'm thinking about are not going to be venues that are registered. This would be out in parks, sidewalks, parking lots, et cetera, et cetera. They're most of them, or 99% of them, will not be registered in the site.
Okay. And if you want them registered, they can be, because although it's not a venue, that is still a venue, if that makes sense. Sidewalks, parks are definitely venues. So we would love to share those opportunities with other artists also, where you can build those connections and network with other artists in that park or sidewalk. So yeah, I don't want anybody to think that venue has to be specifically a building. A venue is just, that's the location where we're meeting up to have an event. Even if you have a pull up and play event on the sidewalk of Whitney Avenue and Orange, you can do that. And Whitney Avenue and Orange corner is literally the venue, and that'll be where artists will come and play. And that could be the nature of the event per se. All right. I did want to share that with Make Music Day and Make Music Alliance, the chapter, there are a few instruments that are available free of charge. So those are harmonicas. We did a harmonica class last year. And if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. They have ukulele books that are available, music books. We also have drumsticks and buckets for the drum classes. So like that, if I'm igniting, someone to facilitate a class, I would be paying that facilitator to be able to do that drum class at whatever camp I decide to activate it, or library, etc. And they have sheets for the kids to take home with them, music sheets. They also have mallets that are available for the flower pot music composition. And that's literally flower pots with the mallets and being able to make music with that. And then we have the Panyard Jumbies. So this is a loaner program. These are steel pans with song sheets, stands, and sticks to be able to have a steel pan session. Those will be used, and then after you have a certain date to return them back. So if those are instruments or things that you need for your venues or for whatever you have in place, please let me know. I can order them. I can set up for delivery or pickup a week or two before all our events happen. So please let me know if those are things of interest that you have. And if you have other things or ideas that you want to run by me, once again, I am available. Please let me know, and then I can help make that happen. We're super excited for this year. We're crossing our fingers for great weather, and we're so excited. And did I have any more questions or concerns before we head out? That was quick. Straight into the point. No, we're all good?
One more.
Yes, Peter and then Jeff.
Would there be access to equipment for some other venues, and maybe also some technical help to set up.
Right.
Perhaps if it's out, say, in the sidewalk right in front of our space.
Right. So College Street Music Hall, I know last year they provided an amp and microphone for us. I can always reach out to see if we can get some loaners. We have an amp here at the Sandbox. So if you need that, we can always drop it off to the places. You just have to let me know. And then we can try to help make that happen. Yes, Jeffrey and then Stephanie.
So you mentioned, paying the artists. What's the best way to go about that conversation with the artist? Should we refer them to you to discuss that? Do you want us to discuss it through you, or?
So if you're having an event, so say you're doing harmonicas or you want to do harmonicas, you can reach out to someone and say, hi, Make Music Day is June 21st. We would love for you to teach this harmonica class. What is your rate to be able to teach this class?
Okay.
Because that's you intentionally doing a thing and needing someone to teach it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're just making Wilson available, that'll be different. Artists
Okay.
can come, perform free will. So that's totally a conversation you could have with them beforehand. And this is probably before you even put it on the Gemini site, right? Because this is
Right.
more of a program per se. Hey, here's our space. Feel free to come use it to perform.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Stephanie.
Thanks. One more question. Not being familiar with it, how is it promoted for the day? Like, are there handouts that show all the locations? Does that come
For
from your
sure.
group?
Let me show you the page. So the actual Make Music Day website, I'll show you. Give me 2 seconds. There's a area for, so if I'm like, it's my lunch break, I want to know what's happening. There's a listings page. So it's not active yet because we don't have any events, but there's a listing page and then it'll be a map. So if I know I'm on the corner, I'm on Whitney Avenue, there'll be little dings, kind of, GPS when it has the little dots, and they can click and say, oh, wow, that's a great performance. So that's in real time. On top of that, we have an amazing communications manager, Serafika, who sends out frequent emails. Our social media is always hot and running. If you want to go on our page so you get an idea of how we promoted last year, it's Make Music NHV. And so that's why I said it's important to sign up, because then we can make one of these personal flyers where we highlight the artist spotlight, we highlight a list of things that are happening, and each individual event will have their own flyer.
Very
there.
simple.
Yeah, and then day of will be active on our story. So I have a few volunteers that will be out and taking video and taking picture and say, hey, come to the shops, and tagging you guys. But we are very intentional with like the emails that go out, especially the week of, on top of the listings on the website.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're good with that, because we never want someone to have their space available and then no one shows up. So that's why like foot traffic and timing is really important, but then also making sure on our end, we are promoting all the events and all the things that are happening. So.
Great. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys for your time. See, that was quick and easy. Yes, Lori, you have a question?
No, I was just waving goodbye and thanking
Oh.
you. This is a good overview, and I'm excited.
Thank
I think
you.
it's great that, it's just great that it happens. It's, important. This music is such a powerful medium and brings
It
everybody
really
together.
is.
So
Yes.
thank you to everybody who's performing and wants to just get out there and do it. It's really, what's not to
Yeah.
like?
People in the library patio. Yes, awesome. Is there a deadline that's set up for Gemini? Yes, the deadline is 2 weeks before Make Music Day. So I believe that's the 7th. Let me double check. Just so we have enough time to be able to make a flyer for you get the promotion out there. So June 7th will be the last day, correct? Yep, June 7th will be the last day to sign up on Gemini. If it's the 8th or the 9th, and it's like, oh shoot, I forgot to sign up, please email me. I can still get you on there. That's not a problem, but if you can, the earlier the better. And yeah, once again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. You have my email personal as well as the Make Music Day email. And I look forward to seeing all of your wonderful faces on the site. And it's going to be an awesome time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We will be officially announcing it on social media soon, but you guys have first dibs on signing up to Gemini site and getting your things in order. All righty. Have a wonderful day. Thank you again. Once again, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye, thanks.
No problem.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye. Mhm.